Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issues 10 royal decrees. His Majesty the Sultan greets President Qais Said on the occasion of electing him as the new president of the Tunisian Republic. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq receives Ambassador of Algeria accredited to the Sultanate to bid him farewell at the end of his duty. Official discussion session between the Sultanate and Syria reviews future of heritage and cultural cooperation between both countries. And His Excellency Sayyid Minister of Interior discusses with chairman and members of higher, main and media committees preparations for Shura Council members' elections for the 9th term. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has issued 10 royal decrees. Royal Decree number 63 over 2019 on establishing the Ministry of Technology and Communications. Article 1 establishes ministry called Ministry of Technology and Communications, and a royal decree will be issued to determine its specializations and approval of its organizational chart. Article 2, all the specializations, allocations and assets of the Information Technology Authority shall be transferred to the Ministry of Technology and Communications. All the specializations related to policies and legislations related to the communication or sector at the Ministry of Transport and Communications shall be transferred to the Ministry of Technology and Communications. All the specializations and allocations of technical programs affiliated to the Technical Committee for Localizing Fourth Industrial Revolution technologies in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs shall be transferred to the Ministry of Technology and Communications. Article 3, all the employees of the Information Technology Authority shall be transferred to the Ministry of Technology and Communications with their financial allocations and job positions. The employees of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Transport and Communications shall be transferred to the Ministry of Technology and Communications as per the decision that will be issued by the Minister of Technology and Communications in conjunction with the Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs and Minister of Transport and Communications. Article 4 cancels or that contradicts with this decree or contravene with its provisions. Article 5, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 64 over 2010 on amending the name of the Ministry of Transport and Communications. Article 1 amends the name of Ministry of Transport and Communications to the Ministry of Transport. Article 2 cancels all that contradict with this decree or contravene with its provisions. Article 3, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 65 over 2019 on establishing the Ministry of Arts Affairs. Article 1 establishes a ministry called Ministry of Arts Affairs and a royal decree specifying its specializations and organizational structure shall be issued. Article 2, the specializations and allocations of the Directorate General of Arts at the Ministry of Heritage and Culture, Omani Fine Arts Association, Omani Society for Oud Hobbyists, and Omani Photography Society affiliated to the Sultan Qaboos Higher Center for Culture and Sciences shall be transferred to the Ministry of Arts Affairs. Article 3, the employees of the Directorate General of Arts at the Ministry of Heritage and Culture, Omani Fine Arts Association, Omani Society for Oud Hobbyists, and Omani Photography Society shall be transferred to the Ministry of Arts Affairs with their financial grades. Article 4 cancels all that contradict with this decree or contravene with its provisions. Article 5, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 66 over 2019 on establishing Taxation Institute. Article 1 establishes an institute called Taxation Institute and shall have the legal personality, enjoy the administrative and financial independence, and affiliated to the Council of Ministers. Article 2, System of Taxation Institute, and specify its organizational structure shall be issued by royal decree. Article 3, the specializations, allocations, assets, rights, records of Secretariat General of Taxation at the Ministry of Finance shall be transferred to the Taxation Institute. Article 4, employees of Secretariat General of Taxation at the Finance Ministry shall be transferred to the Taxation Institute with their employment status and financial grades. Article 5, Chairman of the Taxation Institute shall be a member in Financial Affairs and Energy Resources Council. Article 6, statements of Secretariat General of Taxation and Secretary General of Taxation, whenever they mentioned at implemented laws and royal decrees, shall be replaced by Taxation Institute and Chairman of Taxation Institute. Article 7 cancels all that contradict with this decree or contravene with its provisions. Article 8, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 67 over 2019 on creating a position of the Minister of State and Governor of Musandam and amending Royal Decree number 114 over 2011 on approving the administrative division of the Sultanate and the organization of governors' work. Article 1 creates post for the Minister of State and Governor of Musandam. Article 2, an office shall be established for the Minister of State and Governor of Musandam, and a royal decree specifying its specializations and organizational structure shall be issued. Article 3 replaces the text of Article number 2 and number 3 of the Royal Decree number 114 over 2011 with the following text. Article number 2, a royal decree shall be issued for appointing the governor, and in practicing his specializations, he shall come under the supervision of the Minister of Interior, except for the governors of Muscat, Dhofar and Musandam. Article number 3, except for the governors of Muscat, Dhofar and Musandam, the specializations of the governor shall be specified by the attached text number 2. Article 4 cancels all that contradict with this decree or contravene with its provisions. Article 5, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 68 over 2019 on amendment of the ministerial formation. Article 1 appoints Dr. Ahmed bin Muhammad bin Salim al-Ftaisi as Minister of Transport. Article 2 appoints Engineer Azza bin Sulaiman bin Saeed al-Ismailiya as Minister of Technology and Communications. Article 3 appoints Dr. Suad bin Muhammad bin Ali al-Lawatiya as Minister of Arts Affairs. Article 4 appoints Sayyid Ibrahim bin Saeed bin Ibrahim al-Busaidi as Minister of State and Governor of Musandam. Article 5, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 69 over 2019 appointing advisor at the Diwan of Royal Court. Article 1 appointing Engineer Muhsin bin Muhammad bin Ali al-Sheikh advisor at the Diwan of Royal Court with his position and financial allocation. Article 2, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 70 over 2019 appointing Chairman for the Taxation Institute. Article 1 appoints Sultan bin Salim bin Saeed al-Habsi Vice Chairman of the Board of Governors and of Central Bank of Oman as Chairman of Taxation Institute with his same position and financial grades. Article 2, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 71 over 2019 appointing Chairman for Muscat Municipality. Article 1 appoints Engineer Isam bin Saud bin Harab al-Zajali as Chairman of Muscat Municipality with Minister's rank. Article 2, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. Royal Decree number 72 over 2019 appointing in some positions. Article 1 appointing Sayyid Khalifa bin al-Mardas bin Ahmed al-Busaidi Governor of Buraimi with his financial grade and allocation. Article 2 appointing Dr. Ahmed bin Muhsin bin Muhammad al-Ghassani Chairman of Dhofar Municipality with special grade. Article 3, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and shall come into effect from the date of its issue. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Qais Said of the Republic of Tunisia on the occasion of electing him as the new President of the Republic. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan, received in his office today His Excellency Mehnit Saleh Al Juzi, Ambassador of Algeria, accredited to the Sultanate, to bid him farewell at the end of his duty. The ambassador expressed his thanks to His Majesty the Sultan for the support he received during the period of his mission in the Sultanate from His Majesty, the government and the Omani people, which has enabled him to carry out his duties. He wished His Majesty good health, happiness and long life, and the Sultanate further progress and prosperity under the wise leadership of His Majesty the Sultan. From his side, His Highness expressed his utmost thanks to the ambassador for the efforts he exerted in serving the brotherly relations between the Sultanate and Algeria, wishing him success in his future assignments and the Algerian people further progress and welfare. The meeting was attended by Their Excellencies the Secretary General and advisors at the office of His Highness. His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Said, Minister of Heritage and Culture and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the National Museum, held yesterday an official discussion session at the headquarters of the Ministry of Heritage and Culture with His Excellency Mohammed Munir Al Ahmed, Syrian Minister of Culture. During the meeting, the general cultural scene was reviewed and called for cultural activities, festivals and exhibitions in both countries were exchanged, as well as discussing cooperation with the Syrian side in the field of exchanging publications, literatures and art studies, and setting mutual programs in the field of scripts and libraries. In the field of the National Museum, mechanisms of activating the Memorandum of Understanding between the Omani National Museum and the Syrian Directorate General of Archaeology and Museums were discussed. His Excellency Mohammed Munir Al Ahmed, Syrian Minister of Culture, confirms in a statement for the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television that during his visit to the Sultanate, he expressed the deep-rooted relations between the Sultanate and Syria, stressing that a number of articles will be activating the cultural cooperation existing between both countries. Enhancing the cooperation fields existing between the Sultanate and Syria in the fields of archive records, historical studies and cultural aspects topped the discussions of His Excellency Hamad bin Mohammed Al-Dawiyani, Chairman of the National Archives and Records Authority and RAA, with His Excellency Mohammed Munir Al Ahmed, Syrian Minister of Culture, currently visiting the Sultanate. The meeting reviewed the role of an RAA in building modern systems to manage records and documents according to international standards, besides its duties in introducing the Sultanate's historical and civilization aspects to the local and international society through conducting local and international documentaries, conferences, symposiums, and exhibitions. Within the Ministry of Interior's preparations for the 9th term of the Shura Council members' elections, His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior, met with His Excellency the head of the Supreme Committee for Shura Council members' elections and its members at the premises of the General Diwan of the Ministry. During the meeting, they reviewed the tasks of the Supervisory Committee in the election process and its roles during the voting process for voters outside the Sultanate, which is due to be held on Saturday, 19th of October, and its roles in the public voting process, which is proposed to be held on Sunday, the 27th of October, at various voting centers throughout the Sultanate. His Excellency the Minister of Interior also met with His Excellency the head of the main committee of the Shura Council members' elections for the 9th term and its members. His Excellency was acquainted with the roles of the main committee in conducting the elections process. He as well got acquainted with the current preparations for the voting process of voters who are outside the Sultanate. His Excellency the Minister of Interior also met with the head of the Media Committee of the Shura Council members' elections and its members. He praised the efforts exerted by the committee in covering the election process, as well as its efforts in raising awareness about the importance of taking part in the elections by the members of the public. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received this morning His Excellency K. Shan Mugam, Minister of Law and Home Affairs of the Republic of Singapore, and his accompanying delegation. During the meeting, cordial talks were exchanged and the good historical relations binding the two sides in all aspects and developing them to achieve mutual interests between the Sultanate and the Republic of Singapore were viewed, as well as discussing matters of common concern. His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, received His Excellency K. Shan Mugam, Minister of Home Affairs and Law of the Republic of Singapore, and his accompanying delegation. Within the meeting, a number of topics on regional and international updates were reviewed, and the bilateral relations between the Sultanate and Singapore were discussed. Enhancing bilateral cooperation in various fields between the Sultanate and Vietnam topped the discussions of His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, with His Excellency Nguyen Quoc Kong, Deputy Foreign Minister of Vietnam. During the meeting, the two sides discussed cooperation aspects between the two friendly countries and exchanged viewpoints on a number of regional and international issues. The Sultanate hosted a meeting of Their Excellencies the Undersecretaries of the Interior Ministries of GCC countries at the premises of the Consultancy Authority for GCC countries. The meeting discussed and reviewed the work papers presented by the member countries and other topics listed in the meeting's agenda. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Nizwa magazine celebrates a quarter of a century on its first release amid praises for its role in enriching the literary scene in the Sultanate.
سمع الخبر، وزارة الداخلية تدشن تطبيق التصويت عن بعد على الهواتف الذكية للناخبين الموجودين خارج السلطنة.
وهل كل ناخب خارج السلطنة يقدر يصوت؟
يشترط يكون لدى الناخب شريحة هاتف متنقلة سيم كارد معززة بنظام التصديق الإلكتروني من إحدى شركات الاتصالات العاملة بالسلطنة، وتتوفر فيها خاصية التجوال الدولي ومفعلة عن طريق موقع المركز الوطني للتصديق الإلكتروني.
إنزين إحنا الحين مسافرين، هذه الشروط متوفرة معي، بس هاد كيف ممكن أقدر أصوت؟
هذه سهلة، ما عليك إلا تنزلي تطبيق التصويت عن بعد، والخطوات البقية سهلة بخبرك فيها بعدين.
اليوم يوم التصويت للناخبين خارج السلطنة، خبريني كيف أصوت؟
تم، مثل ما قلت لك الخطوات سهلة وبسيطة، ما عليك إلا إنك تتبعي هذه الخطوات.
الخطوة الأولى، يجب على الناخب إدخال رقم الهاتف. الخطوة الثانية، يطلب التطبيق من الناخب تاريخ انتهاء البطاقة الشخصية. يقوم التطبيق بالتأكد من صحة بياناته ووجوده خارج السلطنة للسماح له بالاستمرار في عملية التصويت. بعد ذلك يطلب منه أخذ صورة شخصية مباشرة له من الكاميرا الأمامية والضغط على موافق على الشرط القانوني وإرسال الصورة. ثم يقوم التطبيق بفتح شاشة المرشحين، ويقوم الناخب باختيار المرشح للولاية المقيدة اسمه فيها. سيتلقى الناخب رسالة تأكيد على الإدلاء بصوته لانتخابات أعضاء مجلس الشورى للفترة التاسعة.
التصويت عن بعد يضمن حقنا الانتخابي حتى لو كنا خارج بلادنا.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Promoting the military collaboration between the Sultanate and the United Kingdom, Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, met with Lieutenant General Edward Stringer, British Director General of Joint Force Development, who is on a visit to the Sultanate with the delegation. Within the meeting, both sides discussed the bilateral relations between the Sultanate and the UK. Salim bin Musallam Qatan, Commandant of the Oman National Defence College, received Lieutenant General Edward Stringer, British Director General of Joint Force Development at the Oman National Defence College. Within the meeting, both sides discussed a number of mutual interests between both countries. The Sultanate, represented by the Maritime Security Center, hosted a preparatory workshop of the Maritime Symposium of Indian Ocean Rim Association countries, which is due to be held in France next year. The workshop aimed at strengthening cooperation and tackling maritime issues in the Indian Ocean and find solutions to confront joint challenges. Competition Policies and Laws Workshop is organized by the Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Center in Muscat. More details in the following report by Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi.
Under the theme Competition Policies and Laws, the Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Center organized a workshop to discuss the contribution of this field to economic and social development, competition laws and rules in the digital economy, and the relationship between excise pricing and dumping.
The workshop today focuses on the policies and laws of competition, and the Center for Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention has focused on providing international expertise on key areas such as electronic commerce and economy, and the application of the law itself, and issues such as predation, prices and dumping, and how these issues might affect the local economy from the outside of Oman. It is very important for us to see the international perspective, as competition is an international subject and topic that is crucial to be addressed at the local and international level.
A number of international experts from Britain and Australia in the field of competition law took part in the workshop. In addition to representatives of various government and private units, a number of small and medium enterprises, judicial and legal bodies, and related institutions.
My role here today is to talk about the path that other countries have taken in developing their competition laws to assist in understanding how Oman might undertake its development of competition laws in the public interest.
The seminar reviewed the law on competition protection and monopoly prevention, related concepts and policies, and international best practices in the field of competition policies and laws to establish competition rules and provide a strong competitive environment to build an economy based on competitive markets and innovative business. For the Sultanate of Oman television, Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
With participation of more than 20 countries, Oman International Exhibition for Food and Hospitality launched its activities in food industry, local and international hospitality. The exhibition included various foodstuff and hospitality corners. The inauguration ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Hamad bin Saeed Al-Oufi, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth. "25 years since the first publication of Nizwa magazine, as it reaches the issue number 100. The magazine attracted famous writers in the Arab world, as it also influenced aspects related to language, literature and creative thinking. It is a very rich magazine that covers various aspects from the Omani culture, civilization, history and environment. It also sheds light on the latest developments in the literature field." This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main headlines once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issues 10 royal decrees. His Majesty the Sultan greets President Qais Said on the occasion of electing him as the new President of the Tunisian Republic. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq receives Ambassador of Algeria accredited to the Sultanate to bid him farewell at the end of his duty. Official discussion session between the Sultanate and Syria reviews future of heritage and cultural cooperation between both countries. And His Excellency Sayyid Minister of Interior discusses with chairmen and members of higher, main and media committees preparations for Shura Council members' elections for the 9th term. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.